Sister-in-law kept disrespecting my husband during a car ride to meet her boyfriend. When we got to the restaurant, she told us to leave if we didn't want to be there in front of everyone. So I said, yes, I don't want to be here, and we walked out. My sister-in-law Blythe has never liked my husband. From the moment I brought him home 5 years ago, she made it her mission to remind everyone he wasn't good enough for me. Little comments disguised as jokes. You really settled, huh? At our engagement dinner? At least he's nice, I guess, during our wedding toast. My mother-in-law always waved it off, saying that's just how Blythe is, and I should stop being sensitive. My husband never fought back. He'd smile and change the subject because he didn't want to cause problems between me and my family. That patience is one of the reasons I married him, and one of the reasons Blythe thought she could keep pushing. Last Saturday, Blythe called excited, saying she'd finally found a serious boyfriend and wanted us to meet him at an upscale restaurant downtown. She insisted we all ride together to bond on the way. I should have known better. The second my husband got in the back seat, Blythe started. She looked at him through the rearview mirror. I hope you brought a decent shirt. This place has standards. He was wearing a perfectly fine button-down. I squeezed his hand. He squeezed back. 5 minutes in, she brought up his job. My husband works in IT and does well, but Blythe has always acted like he's beneath our family because he didn't go to an Ivy League school. So are you still doing that little computer thing? She asked. I told Ronaldo you work in tech. I may have exaggerated so you wouldn't embarrass me. My husband said, still doing the computer thing, in that calm voice he uses when he's absorbing hits he shouldn't have to take. I told Blythe to knock it off. She laughed, saying she was kidding and I needed to relax. 10 minutes later, she was back. You know Ronaldo is a surgeon, right? I just want you prepared so you don't feel intimidated. She looked at my husband again. Not that there's anything wrong with what you do. Someone has to fix printers. My husband put his hand on my knee to keep me from exploding. He was protecting me from my own anger while she was openly humiliating him. Then Blythe showed us Ronaldo's photo at a red light. Tall, expensive suit, perfect teeth. I finally found someone on my level. Not everyone can relate, but that's okay. She glanced at my husband when she said it. We pulled into the parking lot and I was already done. My face was hot and my hands were shaking. My husband looked tired in a way that had nothing to do with sleep. Inside the restaurant, Ronaldo was seated at a large table with a few of Blythe's friends. During introductions, she got to my husband and said, "This is my sister's husband. He works with computers." Not his name, just a dismissal dressed as a sentence. Ronaldo stood and shook his hand warmly. Seemed decent, but Blythe kept going. She told Ronaldo my husband was self-taught, like it was a disease. She mentioned he drove a Honda like it was a confession. When the waiter came, she ordered for herself, then looked at my husband and said, "Maybe check the prices first." Loud enough for everyone. I was about to lose it when my husband gently touched my arm. He still didn't want me to cause a scene. Blythe saw my face and rolled her eyes. She leaned back and said loud enough for the whole table, "Honestly, if you two don't want to be here, just leave. Nobody's forcing you. Some of us are trying to have a nice evening." The table went quiet. Her friends looked uncomfortable. Ronaldo's smile disappeared. She expected me to back down. She expected me to swallow it like always and sit through 3 courses of humiliation because that's what keeping the peace looked like. I stood up. "You're right. I don't want to be here." I took my husband's hand and he stood beside me. Blythe's face flickered. She didn't think I'd actually do it. "We're leaving," I said. "Not because of the restaurant or your boyfriend who honestly seems too good for you. We're leaving because you've spent 40 minutes humiliating the best man I've ever known, and I'm done watching it." I turned to Ronaldo. "Nice meeting you. Sorry you had to see this." Back to Blythe. "I'm done pretending this is just how you are. This is who you choose to be." We walked out. My husband held my hand to the car. He didn't speak until we hit the highway. Then he said quietly, "Nobody's ever done that for me before." I held his hand tighter. "Get used to it." Blythe called 11 times that night. I didn't answer once.